Hi MäksēLife fam, welcome back to the MäksēLife YouTube channel. In today's video, Team MäksēLife and myself will be sharing how we all use our MäksēLife planners. Some of us are digital, some of us are paper, some of us use vertical, some of us are horizontal. So you're gonna get a little bit of everything in today's video. And if someone shares something that encourages you or gives you inspiration to use your planner in a new way, let us know in the comments because we love hearing from you. And without further ado, let's jump in.
Hi guys, this is Chrissy, the Director of Operations at MäksēLife, and I have commitment issues. I started off the year really strong in our digital weekly planner, but now I'm in our goal setting and weekly planner paper edition. And what I love most about these planners is that I can really have commitment issues and still stay plugged into my goals and my process. So in the beginning of the year, I really wanted to be like nitty gritty, write out every single detail. I wanted my planner to have memory keeping, pictures. I wanted just all the details, and I wanted to be able to bring it in digital format. But halfway through the year, I was like, you know what? I'm really just craving putting some pen to paper. And that's when I whipped out my weekly planner. And it just feels really good just to have like a brain dump planner. I'm really using this planner to be messy. I'm not striving for perfection in this in terms of my spreads, which I tend to lean towards if I'm kind of decorating and stuff. But I am really just using this as a catch-all brain dump spot. And my digital planner is still being used as my memory keeping planner right now. So as you can see, this is really how I'm using my weekly right now. We are halfway through the week and my week is just pen and writing to-do lists and appointments and what time I need to leave the house by because my kids have a lot of appointments and activities these days. Whereas my digital planner, which you can't really see great, was just a little bit more structured. Had more appointments. It had like my workout routines on it, all of my habits on there. I even have memory keeping spreads in there, which I'm not going to show you because it's like kind of like my journal as well. But yeah, I love both for different reasons, and I just love how I can have commitment issues and still be plugged into my system.
Hey Mäksē family, this is Andrea, coach from ClubMakse, and I wanted to show you a little bit about how I plan. This is my current week right now, and I really needed to just cross off things, so I kind of made it a list. I love my stickers and washi from Hand Can Plan, so that is something I used this week, and I wanted to show you a couple other weeks. So this is back from June. I didn't need to put anything on this space, and then this was really just kind of a memory keeping, just so I can kind of look back and see what I did. So kind of fun with stickers. This is another sticker one too, and I really wanted to focus on counting my my calories and how much I'm working out this week, so that's what I used it for. I also didn't feel great, so it ended up not being something that I was going to be very invested in after I started getting sick. Here is my Easter week, and so really just another list making. And this one I wanted to show you because I think it's really important to embrace the blank space. I didn't have anything on here, so I really just went in and I just put some affirmations on there, and I just made it very, very quickly, and just so I didn't have too much blank space. This is a messy week where I just wanted to get things checked off and get some affirmations in there. And then here is back from the first week. I used it for a memory keeping, and I never got to the side, which is totally okay because we embrace the blank spaces in ClubMakse, right? And MäksēLife. So here is an example of my reflections page and my weekly actions page. Sometimes it looks like this, but often it will look like this, which is fine. And sometimes it looks like this, which is also fine. Whatever is best for you for that week is exactly what you should be doing. Really quick, here are my monthly spreads. Sometimes they're very blank, which is fine. And sometimes, as for mine in the summertime, my life gets very busy, so I have a little bit more on here. But I wanted to show you August and September. So this has not been set up yet, but I've got some stickies to let myself know where things are going to be going to. This is our season of Yes over here. And then September is just in the beginning stages. So that really helps me to plan a little bit more. So hopefully you learned something. Bye, guys.
Hi there, I am Tara, and I plan with MäksēLife's vertical planner. I love planning outside whenever I can because it gets me grounded and connected to nature, and I make it this self-care moment whenever I can. I need to do more of this, Tara. I like to bring my trusty latte and fun stationery supplies and just make it something so joyful. I use a vertical layout because I love a visual overview. It helps me see where I have space in my days. So here you can see I color coordinated my meetings, anything that I would be late for. I created that box with the fine end of my Mäksē dots. And it helps me see where I have space in my day to add in those weekly actions that I did during my weekly reflections. And I will get really messy with it. I use erasable pen to jot down a quick checklist. On this weekly spread, it was right in January. But I wrote my values up at the top in the margin just to keep those really present with my actions so that my days are aligning with what I really want. I use Post-it notes when I don't have specific information, and I'll move that along and then move it into pen and color coordinate when I have more information. And it's not perfect. I'm not your perfect planner person, but it really keeps me anchored into what I want to be doing with my days and what's important to me. So thanks for letting me share how I use MäksēLife.
Hey guys, Jessica from customer service here. Just wanted to show you what planner I am using. It is the digital MäksēLife Goal-Setting Planner in the weekly format. I am a vertical girl, so I do plan on the vertical pages. The thing I love most is the flexibility of just being able to add and change things at will. So when plans inevitably change, there's always an easy fix for it.
This year, I am using two MäksēLife flagships. The first is my Ride or Die here, and I really appreciate how I can customize it based on my season of life. So right now, I actually have the 8 areas of life, but I've substituted one to expand for extra family tasks because that's where we're at right now. And then on a given week with my vertical, I put the weather because that impacts a lot of the schedule, and then anything related to school because I just don't want to have to remember that in my brain. And I'll put our daily schedule. If I'm feeling up for it, I'll put my top 3 and other random tasks in there. And my gratitude, which sometimes, as you can see, gets filled in at the end of the week. But in order to keep things prioritized and in the spaces that I want, I also have a second that I use as a forward-looking work planner. And that helps me to anticipate and get things done before they're due, and also to keep these things from taking over the rest of my life as well. Hi Mäksē fam, it's Darian, the digital media director here at MäksēLife, and I'm sharing how I am using my MäksēLife digital weekly planner. So I mostly use the vertical layout. It's like my jam when it comes to planning. This is me using it in like the hourly format. I love sometimes I need a little bit of structure. I had a big week this week where I was doing a lot of filming and editing, and I just kind of like time blocking and doing things like that. So I really like that. Okay, so this is how I've been doing my weekly reflections and weekly actions, and y'all, this is probably one of my favorite things. This has been so grounding for me in this season, if I'm being honest. We have season of Yes going on, and so I actually love that with digital planning I was able to do some hyperlinks and connect it to our season of Yes workbook. So like I said, I love using digital stickers, and this is like a groovy retro digital sticker pack that I've been loving, and I've been loving this vertical layout. Like sometimes I want the time slots, and other times I just want to separate it between morning, evening, and night, and this was kind of like a very this was a very busy week, so I didn't have a lot of time to like go in and do a lot of like my to-do lists and detailed planning like I normally do. So I want you guys to also see what my planner looks like when there is some white space versus that first vertical layout where you've seen like the time blocking and all the to-dos. But that's pretty much how I use my weekly planner here and there. Thanks so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this video or you got encouraged or inspired to use your planner in a new way, go ahead and give that video a like and subscribe to our channel so you do not miss out on future videos like this. And as always, if you are interested in our planners and you want to give it a try, go ahead to our website. Y'all, currently right now they are all 50% off. So now's the perfect time to give MäksēLife a try if you do not already have a MäksēLife planner. And until next time, I will see y'all. Bye.